The most dangerous person in the room is never the loud one. It's the one who just went quiet, soft, and small, right when accountability walked in the door. If you're new here, welcome. This is The Unseen Mind, where we decode the hidden playbook behind human behavior, one pattern at a time. The soft landing. There's a moment in every relationship where someone gets caught. Caught lying, caught avoiding, caught doing the thing they swore they wouldn't do. And in that moment, something interesting happens. Instead of an explanation, you get a whimper. A voice that suddenly sounds smaller, shoulders that drop, eyes that well up just enough to make you feel like the bad guy for even asking the question. This is the soft landing. It's not sadness. It's a landing gear. It exists to absorb impact, specifically the impact of your anger, so that by the time it touches ground, there's nothing left to hit. You came in with a real grievance. You leave the conversation comforting the person who caused it. That's not an accident. That's design, whether they've ever consciously named it to themselves or not. Here's the damn tell. Watch how fast the fragility shows up relative to the accusation. Real vulnerability is slow. It builds. It has texture. It doesn't arrive on cue. Weaponized vulnerability is fast. It shows up the second the spotlight turns toward them. If someone's softness only ever appears when they're about to be held accountable, that's not a feeling. That's a reflex. And reflexes are trained by what works. The part that stings is realizing how many times it's worked on you. You've apologized for asking a fair question. You've backed off a boundary because someone's lips started trembling. You've said it's okay about something that was never okay, just to make the wobble stop. That's not weakness in you. That's a skill they've sharpened, and you're the one they've been practicing it on. The fragile front. There's a difference between someone who's fragile and someone who's fronting fragile. And the difference is what happens after you back off. Genuine fragility doesn't ask anything of you except patience. The fragile front asks for a full stop. Stop the conversation, stop the question, stop the demand for change, and it asks for that stop permanently, not temporarily. You'll notice it in how conveniently the fragility appears. Ask about money and suddenly they're not in a good headspace. Bring up a broken promise and all at once they're dealing with a lot right now. The fragility isn't false necessarily, but it's positioned like a shield, held up precisely where the blade was about to land. And a shield only works if you stop swinging. Here's the hell of it. Calling this out feels monstrous. You end up standing there thinking, what kind of ass attacks someone who's clearly struggling? That guilt is the whole mechanism. It's not that you're wrong to feel it. It's that the fragility was aimed at producing exactly that feeling in you, at exactly that moment. So the real issue gets buried under your concern for their well-being. The pattern to watch isn't whether someone struggles. Everybody struggles. The pattern is whether the struggle only ever surfaces when it's structurally useful. If someone's worst days always land on your best arguments, that's not coincidence, that's timing. And timing, unlike emotion, can be tracked. The rescue trap. Some people don't ask you to fix things. They ask you to save them. And those are two very different requests. Fixing is collaborative. It assumes two people solving a problem. Saving is hierarchical. It assumes one person helpless and one person heroic, and it puts you permanently in the second role, which feels good right up until it feels like a cage. The rescue trap works because being needed is intoxicating. Somebody looks smaller than the problem in front of them, looks up at you like you're the only steady thing in the room, and something in your chest sits up straighter. That feeling isn't fake, and that's exactly why the trap works. It's built on a real human need to matter, and it just keeps feeding you situations where you're the only one who can make it stop hurting. But watch what happens the moment you try to leave the role. The instant you say, I think you can handle this one yourself, the helplessness gets louder, not quieter. That's the signal. Real growth wants your exit. The rescue trap needs you to stay cast as the hero forever, because a hero who leaves the story stops being useful. The damn irony is that the people most susceptible to this aren't naive, they're competent. Competent people believe problems get solved with enough effort, and someone who keeps handing you problems that never quite resolve is, whether they know it or not, keeping you in a loop that has no finish line. You're not failing to save them. There was never a version of this where saving was the actual goal. The silent collapse. This one's colder than the rest. Some people don't cry when they're upset, they disappear. No fight, no words, no fragility on display. Just a sudden, total withdrawal, like a light switching off mid-sentence. And the effect on you is immediate panic, because silence from someone who used to be loud reads like a 5-alarm fire. That panic is the entire point. The silent collapse isn't sadness shutting someone down. It's a punishment with the volume turned to 0. It says, without a single word, you did this, and now you get nothing from me until I decide you've suffered enough. It's control wearing the costume of collapse, and it's brutal precisely because it looks like something you're not allowed to criticize. How do you get mad at someone for going quiet? You get mad, or at least you get clear-eyed when you notice the shape of it. Real withdrawal, grief, burnout, genuine overwhelm doesn't have an audience requirement. It happens whether you're watching or not. The silent collapse needs a witness. It needs you circling, apologizing, chasing the silence to try to end it. Leave the room, stop chasing, and watch how fast "I can't talk right now" turns into a phone call. The truth that hurts is this. The people running this pattern aren't always villains twirling a mustache. A lot of them learned, somewhere back in a childhood or a bad relationship, that silence got them what words never could. That doesn't make the tactic less damaging. It just means you're not dealing with malice so much as a well-worn groove. And grooves like that don't get fixed by you working harder. They get fixed by someone deciding to stop digging them. If something in this video just hit you like a truck, drop it in the comments. I want to know which point broke you. And subscribe if you haven't yet, because the next pattern we cover makes tonight's look like a warm-up. Here's what I want you to sit with tonight. How many times have you mistaken someone's silence or their softness for the truth, when it was really just the most effective tool they had?